It is time now for the Beer Channel New News Report on this Thursday afternoon, September 1st, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I have your 12 new news headlines on this Thursday afternoon, the 1st of September 2016. And the top story at the noontime hour is in Cape Canaveral, Florida, where a massive explosion rocked a SpaceX launch pad Thursday during a routine rocket test for a planned weekend launch. Tropical storm Hermine could be a Category 1 hurricane by the time it hits Florida's northern Gulf Coast early Friday. Castle, which would make it the state's first hurricane in 11 years, the National Hurricane Center said. Immigration is an issue, but Donald Trump needs spent 2 weeks talking about it almost every day. Georgetown University will be offering an admissions edge to descendants of enslaved people, so to defend the school officials and announced on Thursday. Hillary Clinton leads Donald Trump by 7 points in Pennsylvania, according to the new poll released Thursday. The second survey this week showing Clinton with a high single-digit lead over Trump in the Keystone State. Marvin Trees and St. Louis gains broader meaning of a view by their dark night of the soul. Rio de Janeiro, the permanent announced the deeply unpopular President Dilma Rousseff by Brazil Senate means that a man who is arguably just as unpopular now faced with the trying needs of wounds that have divided nation of modern recession. Mount surrounding the Cuban's capital after electoral opportunity said President Ali Bongo had nearly won the second term in the closest ever election in the nation's history. Islamic State group fighters killed 9 children by dismemberment them with chainsaws in front of the crowded city square, British tabloids reported on Thursday. Bikini, I don't know what to wear as whether than the social boundaries that tell women whether clothing is permitted, how free we're going to really choose. So, a North Korean diplomat and trade representative, Fed consultant in Vladivostok, Washington, the White House announced Israel's decision to build new housing in the West Bank on a serious and grim threat to a two-state solution. Moscow. A group of students from Britain's elite boarding school, Eton College, had an exclusive hour-long meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. So, plans for a bank channel was formed in joint venture with North Korea was reportedly canceled in compliance with the United Nations Security Council sanctions. Ankara, the U.S. Department of State Wednesday confirmed American journalist Lindsay Snell was arrested by Turkey in charge with violence in the military zone. Cruise hunt for 2 Michigan teenagers missing in Lake Michigan. Washington, the man who attempted to assassinate President Ronald Reagan back in 1981 will leave a Washington Second Hospital lived full-time in Virginia on September 10th. Bill Clinton's top user, a decades-old federal government program in which he created to keep former President out of the poorhouse and subsidize his family's foundation and associated business and to support his wife's private email server. Donald Trump's Wednesday night speech about full of hard-line views on immigration prompted one member of the National Hispanic Advisory Council to resign, Politico reported. Boone, Iowa, Desert Dakota access pipeline protesters in Iowa arrested as they try to block entrance to the expensive four-state pipeline project. Washington, the UPRC voted daily presidential tracking poll released Thursday that shows Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump by 2.83 percentage points. Honolulu, trouble storm Mela, I missed Mankin a direct impact to Hawaii being downgraded from hurricane, but the big island is bracing for Hurricane Lester. Apple chief executive Tim Cook says the European Commission is picking on Ireland and that no one did anything wrong, but he's right. EpiPen scheduled yet another sign of coming farmer crisis. Washington, U.S. construction spending without change in July as weakness in spending on government projects upset gains in home building and the strongest month in non-residential construction on record. Fewer Americans than forecast and filed an application to unemployment benefits last week, further evidence of a healthy labor market. Jobless claims growth by 2,263,000 weekend August 27th. Report from the Labor Department showed on Thursday. New York tepid labor reports from the United States and its end that global crude oil supplies were accumulating cent oil prices lowered and started to trade in on Thursday. Washington, Bergen system has awarded $66 million U.S. Navy contract support working at MK-54 Mod 1 lightweight torpedo. Washington, Northrop Grumman has been awarded a $375 million U.S. Navy contract for procurement of 9 ground air task rail or Gator systems. Istanbul, a Russian energy official met in Istanbul with Turkish leader review options for moving ahead with a gas pipeline project, Russia's Gazprom said. New York, a lot of possibility about a nearing gap between supply and demand that the for crude oil as gets $3 on a global stage, list said. Alright, looking at the stocks, the Dow is down 67.49 points at 83.23.39. SP 500 down 10.16 points at 2,160.79. Nasdaq down 10.98 points at 5,202.24. Scientists have probably have newly exposed formerly snow-covered aquaman in Greenland claim that they have discovered the oldest fossil ever seen. The remnants are remarkable by mats that lived 3.7 billion years ago. Mountain in Santa Monica faced extinction, scientists said. The light of stargates will cross parts of Africa. The annual eclipse of ring of fire eclipse shown in the sky. Thursday, the moon glided between the sun and the earth. FX supported us extension in the birth weights of Fort Bristol and the elephants are so low that it will take nearly a century for elephant population to rebound, says the new study. Experts from drug dramatically reduced the toxic films in the brains of patients of Alzheimer's disease, the team reported in the journal Nature. Study finds an increase in temporary paralysis accompanied by Zika outbreaks. Oakland FDA opioids plus status post fatal OD risk. Singapore, Beijing, China inspired checks on people on goods arriving from Singapore on Thursday as outbreaks across the Ball City State. It was confirmed that it spread out to at least one person in neighboring Malaysia. What came first? Donald Trump and his supporters, the same that the Never Trump movement are. To be believed that husband out there were one and the same. Dauphin County voter registrations in Pennsylvania and election director Jay Fieser holds a ballot machine contract as voter marriage is sold in other states as Republican Pennsylvania. And looking at local news from the Edinburgh Sun Chronicle in Naughton. The PGA Tour playoffs will remain in Naughton. The Tower announced Thursday morning that the EMC, which is a long-time sponsor of the Deutsche Bank Championship play at the TPC at Boston, will take over the title sponsorship beginning next season. A new name for the tournament has been chosen, but the event will remain in the second leg of the PGA Tour's FedEx Cup class for the Tournament Tour's championship season and comes with a $10 million bonus to the biggest in sports. The Deutsche Bank Championship has been held on Labor Day weekend at TPC Boston off Route 140 in Naughton since 2003 and has been part of the FedEx Cup playoffs since it began 10 years ago. Deutsche Bank has faced severe financial troubles in recent years, spreading talk that we need a bailout from the European Union. Rentham, women suffered a seizure while turning into driver Thursday morning, crashing into a pickup truck in her house on Walnut Road by the Mirror Lake. In news across the state in Shirley, Massachusetts, police in Shirley, Massachusetts say they identified a driver of the hit van that stopped over the water woman. Went alone determined he meant no harm. The woman became alarmed because she was about 20 miles northeast of Princeton, where Vanessa Balcott of New York City was killed August 7th while outrunning into her mother's home. Chief Thomas Golden said Thursday the driver of the green van was concerned because the woman appeared dehydrated. He apologized for causing her fear. Prominence Rhode Island. State of Agriculture has not found what's now a virus of the latest round of mosquito tests in Rhode Island. Alright, take a look at New England and its literature at 12:07. Nope. And now look at sports. New England Patriots will take on the New York Giants out of Meadowlands in the final preseason game, and the Wheaton Lions men's soccer game will have a game against the Wentworth at 5 o'clock, and Philadelphia has a game against Endicott at 7 o'clock. So, go Lions! Adam Schefter reports that James Harrison, Clay Matthews, Julius Peppers, and Peyton Manning have been all cleared of wrongdoing in the NFL investigation and unnecessary PAD claims. Those things intended to work hand in hand. And New Orleans Saints are correct right. The Secretary of Interior passed Russian improvement that could help Paul Krieger be better compared to the productivity and hard numbers that are showed up in the stat state. Peter Chell News Time is 12:08 on this Thursday afternoon, and it's time now for a Extravagant Transit Report on this Thursday afternoon. Let's take a look at the MBTA where the ferries they are looking good on the subway system. The Green Line Express from Monterey due to signalization and Copley Station. And Silver S5 Express with Monterey due to traffic, and SL4 Express with Monterey and the Silver Line due to traffic. On the conveyor rail, please put off Fitchburg line trains and then Bob Pop was a cop to the West Concord Station today. Fairmont Worcester Line train 514 to 10:40 a.m. from Worcester is open 10-20 minutes beyond scope between West Dinik and South Station. And otherwise, the MBTA commuter rail lines are looking good. Okay, take a look at the highways and byways of New England on this Tuesday, on this Thursday afternoon. 95 to the southbound side back to Fairfield all the way at the Norwalk. 95 to the northbound side back to Greenwich to Norwalk. 95 to the southbound side is back to the New Haven stretch. 84 eastbound side is back to Brand Route 18 Torrington and around the Waterbury stretch. 91 on the southbound side back to Brand Route 69 with a Meriden. 91 on the northbound side back to just before 84 Hartford Connecticut. 84 westbound side is back to Brand Hartford Connecticut. Western Massachusetts highways and Central Massachusetts highways are looking good. Down in Rhode Island, Route 4 on the southbound side is back to Route 1 in North Kingstown. And 146 on the northbound side back to the 99 in Lincoln, Rhode Island. 146 southbound side back to 295 to Route 116 in Lincoln Mall stretch. 95 on the northbound side back to protected to South Attleboro. 95 on the southbound side back to protected to downtown 5 minutes just before 146. 146 effective after 15 to 95 on both ends. 95 on the north, southbound side effective Route 6 tank to 195 to 195 on the northbound side, slow before 195 on Providence, and hit brakes again from the Providence Place Mall all the way up to the State House. 295, it's looking good from Albert down to Warwick, southeastern Massachusetts. Route 3 on the northbound side, back up 53 in Hanover to Route Derby Street in Hingham. Route 3 on the southbound side, back up after 18 in Weymouth to the Derby Street in Hingham. Out in the Cape, Bourne Bridge is a little short just before the Bourne Rotary. Out in the Boston vicinity, 7 Expressway on both ends, back to Quincy all the way after the Mass back 120 on the northbound side. It is back to the split all the way to 28 in Randolph. 120 on the northbound side. It is back up after Route 3 out in Burlington. Route 3 in the southbound side. Back to just before Route 128 in Burlington. Route 120 in the southbound side is back up for 4225. Lexington, Route 28 in Lexington, and Route 2 in the eastbound side. Back to around Route 111 in Acton. 93 on the northbound side is back to the Wyndham stretch. 93 on the southbound side just before the Concord stretch. It's a little slow. And 89 southbound side is slow after the Canadian border up in Vermont. 87 the southbound side back up after Canadian border up in Vermont. Up in upstate New York and Norwood 15 is back up after the U.S. border and 7 group ahead towards Montreal and southbound 95 is back up at the primary main stretch. Peter Challenge News Time is now 12:11 on this Thursday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. Latest on the topics. We'll skip that because that was the last advisory at 8. Latest on Gaston, it's 85 miles per hour. Winds with 37.6 to the north, 40.6 to the west. Movement east northeast at 24 miles an hour. Gaston moving quickly east northeast with tropical storm warning initiative with the central Azores and Azores. Meanwhile, service has issued a tropical storm warning for islands of Fayal, Pico, Grassocia, South George, and Tercera, and then central Azores. And submarine watch warning to the effect at tropical warning initiative. Effect for Flores and Coburn in the western Azores and Fayal, Pico, and Grassocia, South George, and Tercera in the central Azores. Tropical storm warning means that tropical storm craters are expected to somewhere within the warning area, and in this case within 24 to 36 hours before storm formation is specific to your air. Please monitor product situation by local and national meteorological service. At 11 a.m., the center of Hurricane Gaston was located near latitude 37.6 to the north, longitude 40.6 west, and Gaston is moving toward the east northeast near 24 miles an hour. This motion is expected to continue for the next couple of days with a decrease in forward speed expected on Friday, and then the forecast direct the center of Gaston will move near the western Azores on the Friday and past north of the central Azores on the Friday night. Map today was under 85 miles an hour gust, and some weakness forecast during the next 48 hours. And Gaston is expected to become a troublesome by early Friday before it reaches the western Azores, and Gaston is expected to become a post-tropical cyclone on Saturday. Hurricane force winds at the hours were up to 80 miles an hour, mainly in the south and east of the center, and tropical force winds at hours at 185 miles to 295 kilometers. And estimated minimum pressure 98 millimeters, 28.94 inches. And as respect to land, tropical conditions are expected in the western Azores on Friday, and in the central Azores on Friday night. Rainfall Gaston is expected to produce total rain accumulation 1 to 3 inches per minute with western Azores throughout the weekend. And swells continuing by Gaston will begin in affecting the Azores tonight and continue on Saturday. Those swells likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. For more information, please consult products from your local web office. Now, Hermine, it's now 6 miles per hour. Winds with a location 27.4 to the north, 86.0 to the west. Master team with a 6 miles per hour. Movement northeast at 14 miles an hour. And the latest public advisory on Hermine. Headed for the North Florida Gulf Coast, the life-threatening insurgent further expected, and troubles from one has been extended northward for the Atlantic coast of the surf city of North Carolina. Troubles from the watch has been extended north of the surf city to Oregon Inlet, North Carolina, including Pamlico Sound. The hurricane watch and trouble storm warning has been discontinued west of the Walton and Bay County line, and surf main watches warning effect. Hurricane warning is effect for Swanee River to Mexico Beach. A hurricane watch is effect for Anclote River to the Soyani River, west of Mexico Beach to the Walton Bay County line, and troubles from warning is effect for Anclote River to the Soyani River, west of Mexico Beach to the Walton Bay County line. Marine land to the surf city, and troubles from watch in effect for north of the surf city to Oregon Inlet, including Pamlico Sound, and interest elsewhere along the United States Mid-Atlantic and Northeast coast should monitor the progress of the system and form swimming breaks to specific area, please, including possible. Inland watch and warnings, please monitor the pattern situation by the local and national weather service office. At today, Center Daylight Time, the center of the storm Hermine was looking new latitude 27.4 the north longitude 86.0 to the west. Hermine is moving toward the northeast near 14 miles an hour, and then there's motion in the weather. A slight increase in forward speed is expected during the next day. So on the forecast, directed the center of Hermine will be during the Florida coast, and then the hurricane warning area by tonight and early Friday. And max contained with under 65 miles an hour gust, and altitude is anticipated in their mind expected to be a hurricane by the time landfall occurs. The tropical force winds center up to 140 miles from the center. Air Force hurricane under aircraft remains recently reported a minimum such pressure 99 millibars, 27 inches. Hurricane conditions are expected to reach the coast within the ordinary beginning time. Winds are expected to first reach troublesome strength this afternoon, making outside preparations difficult and dangerous. Preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. Troublesome conditions are expected to begin within the ordinary along the Atlantic coast on Friday and spread to northward. Friday evening and tropical conditions are possible in the tropical storm watch area by Friday night and Saturday. And combination of dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas near the coast be flooded by rising waters move inland within the offshore. There's a danger of light threatening Indonesia within the next 12 to 24 hours along the Gulf Coast of Florida from Africa in the Indian Passport. Persons located within this area should take all necessary actions to protect life and the property from rising water permanently falling. Any instructions including evacuation orders from local officials. The water could reach the falling nights and above the ground and the big surge occurs at the time of high tide. At Destin Indian Pass, 1 to 3 feet. Indian Pass at Auckland River, 4 to 7 feet. Auckland Key River to Keaton Beach, 5 to 8 feet. Keaton Beach to Chaswaska, 4 to 7 feet. Chaswaska to Arapaca, 2 to 4 feet. And Arapaca to Bonita Beach, including Tampa Bay, 1 to 3 feet. And for the Georgia line to Cape Fear, 1 to 3 feet. Rainfall. Herman expected to be produced storm total rainfall accumulation of 5 to 10 inches over the portion of northwest Florida and southern Georgia Friday. With also has a map amounts of 20 inches on Friday and Saturday. Herman expected to produce totals of 4 to 8 inches of that, so map amounts of 10 inches possible across the portion of eastern Georgia, South Carolina, and in eastern North Carolina Saturday. Rains may cause flash flooding and tornadoes. Few tornadoes possible this afternoon to Friday morning over the North Florida and Southeast Georgia. The tornado risk will continue across the eastern Carolinas from Friday morning and Friday night. And look at the latest right here on Hermine is a line of wall of water stretching from Fort Myers, stretching and then the Clearwater west to Tampa, stretching to the Bayonet Port and stretching curving around Hamasa Springs over the south of Tallahassee around Panama City and a line of rain showers stretching from Gainesville all the way to the Palm Coast and stretching out to sea. So this is turn on the satellite loop and it shows this is Hermine as a tropical storm and this is a line of water from Naples all the way to Panama City. So this spot should be prepared for this storm. For this tropical storm. Alright. And now the surface wind and total wave over the eastern Atlantic Ocean will get about 70 miles west of the Cape of Berry Islands is considered to produce only limited shock activity. There's way to expect to be an environment very dry for the next few days, which should prevent significant development during that time. And about condition could become a little more conductive for some development when the wave is near the lesser tail during the next week. Information just for us. Low news and percent information just for 5 days, a little 20%. Alright, let's take a look at the local radar situation and shows lines of showers and storm showers stretching from south of Boston, from the Cape Islands and to southeast Massachusetts, all down in eastern and central parts of Connecticut, and then central and eastern portions of Long Island. And then zooming out to see these are 2 bands of heavy precipitation. Focus on this area as we'll see. This is a lot of heavy rain showers stretching from Rumford, Rhode Island, stretching on North Seacon around Rehoboth around Route west of 44 and 118, and heavy rain and showers stretching around 95 around 146 around Providence College and Providence, Rhode Island, and another heavy band of rain showers from Saundersville, stretching up to Chopmist and around North Foster, Rhode Island, and stretching up to the east of South Carolina and Connecticut. And gonna time to see where they are going to be headed. Where's these? It's going to be headed towards the southeast. So Berkeley to Swansea, your next in these lines of heavy downpours, and this is headed towards the southeast. So Hope to Hopkins Call, your next in these lines of rain showers. Alright, 7-day forecaster goes like this. For this afternoon, showers possibly in sun. Storm main before 5 p.m. and chance of showers and thunderstorms after 5 p.m. 160 degrees. West about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Chance of 8%. New wave about less than 10 minutes time. Possible thunderstorms. Chance of showers thunderstorms before 11 p.m. Then a slight chance of showers between 11 p.m. and midnight. Most skies got low at 59 degrees. Calm will be coming in north front. 5 miles in the midnight. Chance of 4%. New percent less than 10 minutes time. Possible thunderstorms for Friday. Slight chance of showers after 2 p.m. Most skies got about 36 degrees. North for about 8 miles an hour. Chance of 20%. Friday night, Park Glasgow about 55 degrees. East with about 5 miles coming in the evening. For Saturday, both sides covered at 75, low about 69 degrees. North about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Sunday, check the showers after 10 a.m. Most skies got about 73, about 60 degrees. Just picture 45%. Labor Day, mostly skies got about 34, about 62 degrees. Just picture 35%. Tuesday, most of the Park Glasgow about 80, about 62 degrees. And for Wednesday, most sides got about 85 degrees. Right here, not near it is raining at 70 degrees. Humidity at 95%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel New News Report on this August, September 1st, 2016 on a Thursday. I'm Peter. We are good afternoon and good positive. Tune in. Good day.